Hey everybody, how are you? Hey, I was trying to get this thing to work on my laptop, but it wasn't working, so I'm using my phone, so it's not going to be very efficient, but we'll see what happens. Is anybody there? I just want to welcome everybody to Worthy Wednesday. I put out an announcement earlier today that I was going to be doing a live today, so not sure if anybody saw it. I know a few of you did, but I really kind of wanted to go over that little message that I had posted earlier today, and it was a statement that said, don't worry if someone does not like you. Most people are struggling to like themselves. So I wanted to ask you guys what you think about that statement. Do you think that is an accurate statement? Do you think that is something that you think about at all? Have you ever thought about something like that? That, those people, if they don't like you, maybe it's because they don't like themselves. I never really thought about that until recently, as I started really getting into thinking about why people may or may not like me, but actually I'm one of those people who really don't care. I really don't care a whole lot about whether or not people like me. I've always kind of went, to the beat of my own drum anyway. I really never really cared. However, there can be a downside to that too, but that's another story. That's another subject matter. But what I wanted to do is kind of talk about how you and needing to have people like you is something that we need to work on. A lot of my clients do have the issue of because they stay in relationships for longer than they need to, it's because they want to be liked by the person who is abusing them. And there's a whole other side to all of that. But what I wanted to remind you of is the fact that your worth is not dependent on critics. The critics that if you're doing something that you want acceptance for, it doesn't depend on if they like you or not. It depends on you. Your worth is not dependent on the naysayers, the people who say you can't do that, or you're not able to do that. You don't have the right education. You don't have what it takes to make something happen that you have a desire to make happen. And your worth is not dependent on your boss or your friends or your partner or even your kids liking you. It's not about people liking you. How do you know if they don't like you anyway? Some people do things so that they can get attention and to be liked by other people, but how do you know they don't like you? That's, a concept that I, didn't think about before until I really started thinking about this statement. I saw that and I went, there's so much behind this. So how many of us just think someone does not like us because? How do we know? Sometimes it's because we've got people who react a way that we don't expect them to react. Maybe it's because of the things that they say. I don't know. But we don't even ask them. We have no idea. We don't ask the question. We just guess and we assume, right? We do that a lot. And so then you need to think about, why is it important for them to like you? Why would it be important for someone to like you? Why do you need the affirmation? Why do you have to have someone like you, someone who may not even know you? We all want to be accepted. It's true. We all want to be accepted, and we all have this innate need for a relationship, but at what cost? And it goes back to, what has it cost you? What has this huge desire to want to be liked cost you in the past? Has it? If you really think about it, maybe it has. Like I discussed last week, a lot of us don't feel worthy enough to stick to the standards that we had originally for a relationship. So we let go of that standard and we settle. And we settle because we want the person to like us, because we're afraid somebody else won't like us. So it's kind of a vicious circle. As a result, we're the ones that are struggling to like ourselves, really, when you think about it. And it just goes right back to the top of this saying that I posted, don't worry if someone does not like you. Most people are struggling to like ourselves. So there we are. We're struggling to like ourselves. So how do we get out of that circular thinking? How do we like ourselves? So there are a few things that we can do, and I wanted to kind of give you some pointers, but it's a little bit deeper than this. And part of what I'm working on my website is to help women with liking themselves enough to be able to feel worthy of a relationship that's best for them. Getting out of a bad relationship and going into the right one is going to be crucial for you, for your happiness in the future and for your fulfillment of your future. So one thing that we can do is stop comparing ourselves to others. We do that. We compare ourselves to people that we see in magazines, people that we see on TV, people that we just see on the street that we think, oh my gosh, I don't look anything like that. I wish I had that. I wish I was thinner. I wish I had that body. I wish I had that car. I wish I had whatever it is. We compare ourselves to people that you think are better than you. That's what we do. So stop comparing yourself to others, and also stop trying to be somebody that we're not. You are unique and you are different, and you're supposed to be. So you can't be someone else, and you need to quit comparing yourself to other people. So to be someone else is like idol worship. You can't be someone else. We can look at people who have been successful and go, okay, how did they get there? I can use what they have done. I can maybe find out how they got there and maybe use some of the same tools and resources to get to where maybe they are, but in a different capacity. But you can't be them, right? So also, stop striving for excellence. Always strive to be better. Excellence is not achievable, not in this lifetime, not this side of heaven. But getting better and doing better on a regular basis is achievable. And that's something we need to be doing on a regular basis. Being one every day, do and be better than you were the day before. And it takes small things to make that happen. And if you're patient enough and willing enough to do that, it can happen. You can be better every day, no matter what it is, no matter what you are wanting to achieve, whatever goal it is you're trying to achieve, you can be better every single day. That's part of what my courses are going to help you with as well. So the last thing I want to talk about is to keep you from going around in the circular thinking is stop the negative talk and thoughts. Well, thoughts first and then you talk. So the negative thoughts that you put inside of your head, that are inside your head, that you actually latch onto and you believe, are what you're going to be. Because that's what permeates your life. So it takes root into your whole being, and the more you think of it, the more you are it. And then you start talking about it. I have friends who go, okay, well, that's never going to happen. Well, if you say it's never going to happen, then it's not. All right? But if you say it could happen someday and I'm going to find a way to make it happen, then you've got something that's going to start positively moving forward for you. Okay? A lot of women say, well, I'm never going to have a good relationship again because they never work out. Well, then they won't. It's true. If you think that, it won't. But if you feel like it can, it will. The positive thoughts about whatever it is that you want to do and achieve will happen. Yeah, you got to find the resources to help you get there. That's what I'm here for. I can help you with that. And also reach out to your friends and family members that are positive, are going to support you in that direction. It will happen. But you have to be thinking positively in that direction first before it can even start to happen. So what are some of your negative thoughts that you have been saying to yourself that have been holding you back? Anything? What I'd like for you to do is post in the comments anything that has been holding you back, the negative thoughts and stuff that have been holding you back. If you write them down and you put it out there, it's something miraculous happens when you write something down. It's like an aha moment. It makes you really, it's like it's true then. If you keep it in your head, then it's just here. If you put it out there on paper or out in the world and get somebody to help you with it, then it's actually a fact, and you can start actually working on it. So what I'd like you to do is write it in the comments, and if you want to instant message me, that'd be great. I can, follow up with you specifically in a specific subject matter. But this is what I wanted to chat with you guys about on Worthy Wednesdays today, and I wanted to do a live. I'm going to do it again next week. I have something different I wanted to share with you, kind of on the same topic, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper, okay, on liking people. Don't worry if someone does not like you, but most people are struggling with liking themselves. I'm going to show you an example. It just happened to me about a week and a half ago, and I wanted to really kind of lead up to it before I just kind of threw it out at you guys right away. So we'll talk about it next Wednesday. And until then, just write me a comment. Tell me what your negative thoughts and thinkings are, and things that you say to yourself that you think are holding you back. And just give me your thoughts on this live, and tell me what you think, and tell me what you think you'd like to do better next time. Give me some subjects that you want me to talk about with you. If this wasn't a good time, tell me what would be a good time or day for you, because I really want to start doing these on a regular basis for you guys, because I know that a lot of you are struggling and I want to help you. Okay? So until next Wednesday, have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.